Hello, and I'm back before you. A slight change of scenery. Thought you missed our kitchen for a little while, or my kitchen, as I sometimes like to call my sanctuary, where I can shut up the world and its woes. So I love it. And I this weekend, coming weekend, we have the street party. So I have plans because Toronto made it to the World Series championship finals last year. And so a baseball field, and I'm having cardboard cutouts made. And then since the Montreal Canadiens made it to the Eastern Conference Finals in the NHL, so Dobie Puck cookies. And oh, I didn't turn on the light. Lastly, that was a little dull, I thought. Lastly, a soccer ball, FIFA ball. Canada beat Qatar 6-0. Fantastic performance. They were all on fire. Jonathan David got a hat trick. Yeah, that was wonderful. Heartwarming, no, joyous moment, celebration. So, anyways, psychology again. All right. So I don't have a background in psychology. I keep saying this over and over again because if you you cannot include me in a paper in spite of the fact that it's an original idea. See again, what if I were rewarded for all my work, I would be keep getting original ideas. So how about you lay off a paycheck? But then either way, you're going to be FUCKED or F star 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 ED. That would be good. So I have two words here. All right. This morning, I was reading, I was just thinking, and I was informed by a helpful source that I got a message, that I may have got a message because I get a lot of spam on my email, which is a shared email, but I don't have access to it. So I have helpful sources who inform me about my messages, and there's a lot of spam. So it's an ongoing process for them. It takes them the entire day sifting through these messages and giving me the right message. It's hard work. It's hard. So, anyways, beg your pardon. I thought that the person should say, rest assured that your latest submission is wonderful. Then it suddenly struck me, the meaning. Rest assured, I've always taken it as, although there are two words, as like a phrase, a continuous phrase. So all of a sudden, rest assured that moment of revelation, it clicked in me. So rest assured. And then, so two words. So the next word I thought of was looking through the thesaurus. Cocktails. There were a list of cocktails. And the song, Bahama Mama. So Bahama Mama, Bahama Mama. So Bahama Mama. So that's either a cocktail or a song, but it's also a mama from Bahama. So that is again. So the synergistic action of words, of meaning, words in their meanings, working, which part of the brain is responsible for it? So I asked Google, and Google came up with an article from neuroscience, and it's from the Medical College of Wisconsin. And so I'll just read a few of the. It's about. It's obviously it's language processing, word processing, that sort of thing. So meaning, just word processing. You need to. It involves meaning, of course. So a new study by researchers at the Medical College of Wisconsin reveals the areas of the brain where the meanings of words are retrieved from memory. And I got an ad. Jackass best and last. Oh, that's not good. All right. Retrieved from memory and processed during language comprehension. So previous neuroimaging studies had indicated that large portions of the temporal, parietal, and frontal lobes participate in processing language meaning, but it was unknown which regions encoded information about individual word meanings. Sort of putting it together was all easy for me. So there's more. There's about stuff about Broca's area and Wernick's area and a lot more. I'll just come to the last part. The words were all, and the rest is from a medical or a psychology expert. The words were all you should study a book. The words were all English nouns. So they've studied English nouns, including animals, food, plants, tools, vehicles, body parts, human traits, quantities, social events. Thorough study, verbal events, sound events, and negative events. And the word meaning was represented in both cerebral hemispheres, although the left hemisphere was more prominently involved. In most people, the left hemisphere is specialized for language processing, while the right hemisphere specializes in processing visual spatial information. So this was the left hemisphere. So word processing, and suddenly my left hemisphere, I guess, in the morning, opened up. All these years, rest assured that rest assured. So that was so Bahama Mama, the whole my life I've heard the song, like, hum the song, Bahama Mama, Bahama Mama, Bahama Mama. So it's like, George saying, Mom, you. Anyways, at this point in time, my husband is going to say, I got some work in the basement. All right. Signing out, guys, if you see that. Thank you.